a little bit of art, a bit of music, a bit of science. So that although it's highly unlikely that any alien civilization will ever intercept it, the possibility is still there. There's still hope that we might not be totally forgotten.
Well, I love that story, the Golden Record story, which is Murmurs of Earth, which is a book by Carl Sagan and Andrew and Frank Drake, I think, is there. It's a beautiful story about the way they put together. What's the sampler tape? Because, of course, now we could send up it much smaller with far more, but it's a record, a golden record. Isn't that lovely bit where someone suggested putting 2 pieces by Bach, and Carl Sagan said, I think that will be showing off.
It wasn't Carl Sagan, but somebody said that, I think, yes.
Well, I've got hope because I know this guy who's been watching the chimps in the zoo for 6 years and they haven't changed yet into humans, but let's give it another 6. And I think they'll come up with something just as good as Bach.
You really want to climb in the cage one night, don't you, and surprise him. That will be the... I think that is a bit... That idea of what will be left behind is... Because I wonder about the idea of when people talk about life in the universe. The idea, though, of complex, curious life coinciding. In some ways, it's beautiful. In some ways, there's very melancholy. The idea that you'll either reach at a planet and go, oh, life's just started here, so we're a little bit early, or see the tombstones and go, oh, we just missed it. But there's still something kind of beautiful about it.
Oh, there is, yes. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think there's something beautiful about the fact that it's trillions and billions to one that it all started, that we're here at all, that this particular sperm out of 300 million made it to the egg. We are who we are. We've got 70 years to explore, have fun, do everything we can, and then we're going to be dispersed around the universe.
That contract you signed with Beelzebub was a terrible one. I've got 70 years, then I get dispersed just to be famous in Hollywood for 20 years.
Well, no, we came from star stuff and we're going back there, and I think that's sweet and romantic and beautiful. I don't buy into this arrogance. I believe I deserve to live again.
I don't know if it's arrogance, though. I'm not sure. I think it's understandable, isn't it, that you've only known the world when you've been
only
in
because
it.
No,
weird,
but that's
it?
only because we've been inundated with these stories. If I really don't know if chimps sit round going, I wonder what's going to happen when I die. I mean, they understand death and they mourn. You often have to show a chimp the dead body so he understands, that's it. He's gone. That person's gone, right? But it's odd to us that we sit around wondering what happens next after we die, and we all do, and I don't think there is anything. But all I care about is that, as I say, I don't get squashed by a safe or
That is the way you should go, though. As someone who's worked in comedy, you should die in a slapstick accident or falling out of a hospital room like Oliver Hardy in County Hospital.
Well, as I always sign off my Facebook Live, I always say thanks for following, and I hope you die in your sleep. If we all knew we were going to die in our sleep, I wouldn't worry about anything.
Whereas I always sign off by going, hard-boiled eggs and nuts. Why didn't you buy me any candy? I love Laurel Hardy so much. There's a reason for the idea that there will never be a record eventually when the sun swells into a red giant. People go, the other creatures will never know of Laurel and Hardy.
Well, that's what art is, isn't it? It's appreciation for its own sake. It serves no purpose other than it inflames something in us that we enjoy. I once asked David Bowie why he still kept doing it after all these years, and he said to stave off the boredom before death.
I think that what's terrifying about death is not death itself, but eternity.